What's going on, everybody? This is Brendan. The channel is Dad Planet. I am the one-man show. Courtney over at Bolo Buddies has invited us to go play a little bit of reseller bins bingo. So you and I are going to head up to the outlet. We're going to shop until we drop to do two things. Check off a bunch of items on a reseller bingo card and see if we can find any items to flip for a good profit on eBay. Let's go shopping. Beautiful day here in Ohio. Heading into the bins. Courtney from Bolo Buddies again. Thanks so much for the invite to play reseller bins bingo. This is super fun. I'm gonna walk on in here and let's see what we can find. I doubt I'm gonna find every single thing on my bingo card, but only got to get 5 across, and hopefully I will find some great items, not just to fill the card out, but to resell, because that's the name of the game here. So walking in just a little bit late, everybody's still digging. First item that I find here is this Pier 1 tea towel set. Amazing. Now there's no holiday comps, but these look like they sell in the $30, $35 range. So that's what I'm gonna list that at. And then right away after that, I find kitchen towels, brand new, Pier 1 again. I will also list those for $30. So the first item will serve as my new item, and then I think this one will serve as my Christmas item. So I got 2 items right away that are amazing. Next thing here, so probably work as my hat. We'll see towards the end. AJD is the brand. It's vintage Chicago Bulls. It's $15 consistently. You're not going to make any more than $20 on this hat, this exact style, this exact brand, but vintage, it will sell. 15 bucks. I like it. I'll take it, and we'll keep moving on. This item right here, this is actually going to go in one of my Halloween wholesale lots. It's Stephen King's It DVD, so I won't list this for myself. It'll go into a wholesale lot for other resellers, but it does count as the medium item, and so I will go ahead and toss that into my cart and we'll count that. Move over to the shoes. These are the picked over shoes, but I was able to find a pair of Crocs Ronda wedges. I forget what size they are here, but these are really easy, $20 to $25. Crocs has become my favorite shoe brand this year, so 20, I'm gonna probably put them at $25, because I'm pretty sure that I can sell them at that price and then ship them first class. But we're not doing too bad right away. We've got 4 items pretty quickly that are going to count somewhere, somehow on my bingo card. I'm not exactly sure, again, how it's gonna all end up, but we'll figure it all out towards the end. Move over to some clothes, some regular brands here, but then I got lucky. I found this. I'm not exactly sure. I might use this as my clothing item. It's True Religion. I love it as a brand. It's a thermal shirt, but it's youth. I don't do a lot of youth items. This is a small, like 4 or 5 size, but I like True Religion as a brand. I have great success with it, so I'll take it. And again, it's probably $15 to $20. It was very clean, in great condition, and time of the essence because it's winter season, so a thermal shirt should theoretically sell pretty quickly. And we'll move over to the toys. Now there is a vehicle on the list, and I think this is gonna fit the bill here. It's a Hot Wheels 57 Chevy. This is 1976. This car is older than I am. Isn't that crazy to find that in the bins? And it actually will sell. It's probably only $10 to $15, but finding a car or a toy that old in the bins to me is amazing. I have found a few pretty good Hot Wheels before in the bins, but I just love the fact that that thing was so old. This is going to be my costume item. This will also go in a wholesale lot for Halloween for other resellers. Pterodactyl Fossil. I think this was a kid's size small. That thing retailed for $45 brand new, so I'm not going to place any value on it when we total everything up at the end, because again, I'll end up putting it in a wholesale lot, so it won't really count because I won't list it in my personal eBay store. But that was a fun item, and it's just another one to check off the list. So we'll move on to bags and accessories, and I think I'm going to use this one as my accessory. I've been having a lot of success finding Victoria's Secret pink brand new with tags items recently, and so this is like a little hip accessory cooler bag. It's got the little dog keychain and brand new with tags. I think the retail price on it was $29.99. Absolutely clean, brand new, and $15 to $20 on that. But it is very small, very light, and that's the majority of the items that I found this trip. In fact, you're going to see just how little I ended up spending to accumulate all of these items. And that's kind of the name of the game and what I like to do when I go to the bins. So this is the hat that I'm going to end up using on my bingo card. I did get this WCW Nitro hat. It needs to be cleaned up a little bit, and I'm not quite sure what I will price it at, but it's the next hat that is the big time bolo. Please keep your eye out for the older style Chief Wahoo, which is what you see right there. It is a, I think it's new 47 brand Cooperstown collection hat. I just recently sold one of these, different style. It was not mesh trucker, for $70, but I'm listing this one because it's a little bit more rare, a little bit harder to find, for $100. Blue mesh trucker hat with the red bill, the very old school Chief Wahoo design, which seems to be getting a pretty penny these days based on my research, based on the one that I just sold. So really lucky find, and big money bolo, $100. It's going to cost me probably no more than 50 cents when you total it all up because of how light hats are. I liked that Hurley hat, but I looked it up and it just, I couldn't find any comps, didn't look like it had any value, but Hurley hats are not an automatic pass. There are some that are worth money. Same with these Nike duffel bags. This bag was in okay condition. I know it's kind of hard to see with the lighting in this place, but it had some stains on it and I really didn't want to spend any time cleaning it. So it might have gotten me $20, but I'm going to go ahead and probably just leave this behind and try to find something else a little bit more suitable for both bingo and for resale. So yeah, I'm just going to keep on keeping on. But look those Nike bags up, especially if they're in better condition, because you'll be surprised. I found a pair of Spanx here. These are great. It's brand new in the package, and they're shears. It's B style. I don't know the difference between B, C, ladies, sorry. Color was very black, brand new, like I said, in the package. And I have success finding brand new in the package Spanx items at the bins. So I'm gonna pop this one in the cart, $15 to $20 on that. I already have that listed. Some of these things I have listed, some of them I haven't gotten to yet, but $15 to $20 on that. Some good comparable solds to go on. So I'm feeling pretty good about my bingo card. It's kind of like all over the place at this point, but I only need maybe 2 or 3 items to actually win my portion of the bingo segment. What I really wanted to try to find was one of the kitchen items. Like, I was really challenging myself to find that and jewelry. I didn't really find either of them, but I was really kind of pulling for one of those items because it's not something that I normally source at the bins. Even though I spread myself out listing wise, I like to sell a variety of items. I feel like that kind of helps when it comes to just trying to avoid the ebbs and the flows of slow seasons. You know, you have enough diversity in your inventory, and then hopefully that gets you through some slow periods. You know, I'm not an only clothing seller or an only shoe seller or an only video game seller. I just like to kind of spread it out a little bit. So moving on here, I liked this guy again for my wholesale lots that I'll sell to you guys here. General Foam Plastics. This is a great seller leading up to the Halloween season. So obviously it's Mickey Mouse. Pretty old, I think it is vintage, and it's a good $15 here. He was in really nice condition. No real paint wear around the ears, but I loved him. And again, very light. I mean, maybe 12 ounces. So won't cost me much. And this is how I just kind of pad up my Halloween lots to resell. And if there's a good enough Halloween item this trip, I will certainly list it. But I think the more appropriate thing for me to do with some of these items is just package them up and put them on boloplanet.com here in the future. But still trying to fill my cart out here. I was really hoping that, and I actually had seen some jewelry packages that were open with nothing inside of them. So I was kind of striking out when it comes to jewelry, but I really need a bag or a purse to kind of round everything out. I did find this Squishmallow, so that will fill the plush slot. And again, this thing is only worth $10, but how cute, 8 inches. He's a piece of pizza, and there's a kid out there that's gonna have to have that. So another very light item. I have no problem listing items for $10 to $15 if I can photograph them quickly. If I can get them listed and stored and also shipped quickly, it all really starts to add up. My shipping process goes really quick for most items. I mean, I even just shipped a Nike golf bag recently. Had to triple box it, but again, didn't take me that long. I'm so used to doing some of these things now so often that I've refined that process and I go pretty fast. So $10 items, no problem for me, especially when they're coming from the bins. And they cost next to nothing. What are we finding here? There's a doll right there that I could have looked up because doll is one of the items on the bingo card. Passed on it, didn't bother. We're just gonna keep digging. But I don't really see anything here that I can make use of. So we're gonna keep on moving on. Now this is a bolo. If you happen to see it in your area, grab it if you can get it for a good enough price. It's the Bloomingdale's little brown bag. It's a PVC bag. Now it's obviously misformed. I will fix that, but believe it or not, these are $15 to $20 really easily. And I assume maybe that they're not as easy to find or acquire because I didn't see tons of them, but good enough solds to make me make a move on it. And here's the last item that I'm going to source to complete my one line of my bingo card. Hartman luggage, you've heard me talk about this before. This is a nylon carry-on bag. It's in stellar condition. These items are well made. This is a very well-respected brand. I'm just looking to see if there's any secret holes that might have popped in there, but there's a recent comp on that exact bag that sold like right around the end of October for $120. Can you believe that? And of course, getting it at the bins, getting it very cheap, that is a great pickup. I'm about to list another nylon Hartman bag, so those will be listed in my inventory here in the future. But that was a wonderful pickup. But yeah, my bingo card is basically at this point complete. I found a new item, so that was the Pier 1 tea towel set. The hat, which was the Cleveland Indians Chief Wahoo. My Christmas item was the second item that I found. That was the kitchen towels. And again, I'll list the tea towel set for $30. I'll list the kitchen towels for $30. The hat will go for $100. I'm going to use the Hartman bag luggage bag as my bag for my bingo card. $120 on that one. And then the accessory, we'll call that the pink cooler hip bag. So I was able to complete one line of bingo, and I actually spent under $28, just under $28 for all of these items that you saw in this video today. And then my listed value, if you exclude some of the Halloween items, because again, I won't be listing those on my own eBay store, comes to $420. So it really does add up when you go to the bins. $28 spent for $420 in listed value. And a lot of these things, looking at the car, looking at the cooler, the hat, they're so quick to list. Photograph and list really quick. This is what it's kind of all about when you get to go shopping to the bin. So I hope you enjoyed that trip. Thank you again, Courtney, for the invite to do bingo. And yeah, let's do it again sometime soon, shall we? Hope you enjoyed that. Brendan here, Dad Planet, the one-man show. Hit that like button if you liked what you saw or you learned something today, and then always consider becoming a member of the Dad Planet family by subscribing and hitting the bell notification icon so that you know every single time I upload a video to YouTube. Thank you, Courtney, once again. I appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll see you in the next video.